Well. Hello. And how's everybody today? We are having a good time here. Yeah. Oh my. I see we got some new friends in the house. Welcome everyone. Delighted to have you with us. Yes. Oh my. Monday morning. I'm going collecting today. I'm going to go down south and pick up Frank. And we're going to go out and get us some Ellisome Everglade. I need about 50 of them. Know right where to go to get them. Providing it's still there. Shouldn't be a problem. But you never know. It's always good to have a backup. We do have a backup. Got 2 spots we can go to, not too far from each other. Maybe 10, 15 miles separate. But we'll be headed south, down around a little town called LaBelle, Florida. Very interesting place, LaBelle. LaBelle has 2 things that stand out in my mind. Number 1, there's a cricket farm in LaBelle. I was taken there by John. I mentioned John this morning in a little email. John was the head curator at Shedd Aquarium in Chicago when I met him. Later ran into him at a reptile farm down here in Florida. Oh golly, 10 years later, maybe 10 years later. Knew exactly who it was at the time. I was with Richard Hahn at the time. Richard is the owner of the Catoctin Zoo in Thurmont, Maryland. One of the most beautiful zoos in the country. It is magnificent. If you ever get into Maryland or Pennsylvania and can get down to Frederick, Maryland, Thurmont, Maryland, and visit the Catoctin Mountain Wildlife Refuge, you will be delighted. It is a magnificent facility and one you really need to visit. In any case, I'm running them up here. Talking about John. John was head of Shedd Aquarium. Talking about John and Joe. I don't even know where I was then. I've totally lost it. It's gone. I'm sorry. Short-term memory loss. If somebody wants to pull me back into reality, I'll be happy to come. I just don't seem to be able to do it on my own. What was I talking about? Anything of any significance at all? I'll be happy to come. Right. They're just, let's see. Let me get down into chat here, see what's going on. Boy, we got a house full here already, don't we? Top chat. Let's change this. We need to live chat. And here we go. Oh, Color Guppies, J-Dog, Color Guppies, Roman Chirac. Hey, Roman. Chris Trapp. Chris is here. Tree 77. Ruby Begonia. Ruby clicked on a link today this morning and found herself sitting in the vestibule here, and she ran away. So you come on back, Ruby. We'll be happy to meet you and talk with you about your fish and whatever else you'd like to talk about. Tim and Liam, nice to see you, Tim and Liam. Bates and Genetics, goodness sakes, nice to see you, Bates. J-Dog is working on our new website, fatherfishaquarium.net. Fatherfishaquarium.net. It is going to be wonderful. We're really excited about it. Already doing things nobody else is doing. So we want you to come on over and visit, be a part of. What is this? Somebody calling from California. Goodness sakes, California. Father Fish here. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Hi,
Now I can't.
hi, I'm calling from a Hello?
I cannot hear you.
Hi, can you hear me now? Am I audible?
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling from a Google Map to update the address for the Father Fish Aquarium.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I get one of these calls every single day. You're going to ask me if I'm still in business, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well I am.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell those people that are trying to steal my account to get their hands off it. It's my account, not theirs. Got that?
Okay. I would just like, yeah, and
Yeah.
I would just like you to know that this call may
You
be
got it.
recorded.
All right. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. I'm not going to. You make sure they understand. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm not going to mention names here, but someone who shall not be named has been trying to steal my Google account. They really have. They changed the link. When you click on my link, it goes to their store. So I changed that back, and they changed it again, and now Google's calling me near about every day to verify that I'm still me. Yeah, I'm still me. Glory, Tim and Liam. Nice to see you, Tim and Liam. Naresh, hello, Naresh. Hannah Robinson, good morning, Hannah. How are you? Color Guppies. Hey, Color Guppies. J-Dog. Frank. Right, give us Frank or we take. Gonna have Frank today. I'm gonna take my camera with me, and we'll get at least some B-roll. Try to get some video of our collecting trip. That'll be fun. We'll see if we can get that up today. Chris Trapp, happy Monday. Have a great week. You too, Chris. Whip's World. Good morning, Whip. Good morning, Whip's World. Raman Chirac says a big hello to Frank. Frank might be here. If he got out of bed this morning, he should be here. Well, I'll recognize his name if he's here. It won't be Frank. It'll be something weird. We'll see it if it comes up. Come on, Frank, make a comment here. Tam Shepard. Hey, Tam Shepard, nice to see you. Tam's posting our new website. Thank you, Tam. Probably asking to move out of California, Chris. Hey, you're right. Oh, Lordy. Chris Trapp, been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. I know. Listen, I tried to get one. They called me up and said that I needed to renew my car's extended warranty. I said, I really want. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you called. I'm so happy. I've been so worried about this. I really need to do this. Yes, sir. What year is your car? 1997. 1997 van. And how many miles got on it? 500,000 miles. 1990. And I really do need to get the warranty, extended warranty on my 1997 Econo van with 500,000 miles. And they hung up. They hang up. They ain't real. They just lying to you. They don't want to sell you anything. They just want to get what they can out of you. I need an extended warranty on my 1997 Econo van, and they won't sell it to me. Imagine that. Where are we? Michael Long. Good morning, Michael Long. Nice to see you. I think I'm at the bottom here. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Whoa. And nobody's reminding me what I was talking about. So I guess it's lost. Listen, we got a problem here right now. Starting out right here in the beginning, we got a problem. We got 24 watching and 10 thumbs up. Some of you guys need to get down there and click that thumb button. And also, I assume everyone here is is subscribe to Father Fish Aquarium, to Father Fish. If you haven't, get on over there and sign. I think you can do it here. I'm not sure. Can you do it here? I think so. If you can sign up to Father Fish. It's been a very strange weekend. On Thursday, give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Thursday, we had 30 people sign up as subscribers. Friday, we had 20. Saturday, we had 10. Sunday, yesterday, 1. On a Sunday, 1. That's very strange, very strange. I don't begin to understand the whole thing. But nevertheless, where are we? Oh, golly day. J-Dog, do you have any snails? I'm looking for any kind of trapdoor mystery near it. I do. I got trapdoor, I got mystery, and I got near it. Got them all. I even have rabbit snails. Let's see if I can spot one here. They look like a big cone snail. I got a bunch of them. None of them are up on the glass this morning. All righty. Let's say hello. Let's say hello and good morning to our friends here. Hello, you guys. We moved the brand new metallic 3/4 black guppies into the 40 gallon. And they seem to be real happy in here. They're doing just fine. Here's a couple of mollies, green sailfin mollies. These are wild mollies. There's the little Shelly. Little tiny Shelly over there. Looks like all the algae is clearing up. Finally clearing up. There are some whatever they're called. Some of those little tiny red tetras. What do they call them? I don't remember. Everybody else is sleeping here. Not much going on in there. Let's see what's going on here. How are you guys? Little bumblebee. Oh, bumblebee Goby. Oh, look at you. Aren't you a pretty thing? I got crebensis in here that are just dying to spawn. They really want to get it on, and they may well. That's a Formosa. That's a little native Florida fish right there. There's a male crebensis. You know what that is? You know what kind of plant that is? It's Madagascar lace. That's right. And let's see. Oh, here's a rabbit snail right there in front of us. Now these are the we're going to see anything. These are the buffalo hens. I think they've got a spawn in here. They're sure acting like it. Doesn't it seem like it to you? I don't know if I can do this. I got my hand in an awkward position. I don't know if you can really see anything. Try to get them. There they are. They're darting away. Somewhere are babies in here, I think. But I haven't been able to find them. Oh well. Well, all right. Oh, saltwater. Saltwater. We're going to get out and collect some saltwater. I hope this week. I really need to get out there and get some more for these tanks. This free tank is not getting worse. Not getting better, but it's not getting worse. So I guess we're going to be all right here. A couple of clowns, a bunch of little gobies. There's some grass starting to grow down there. All right. Did all that. Put this back. Straighten up the camera. Whoops. There, now I'm back. Hello. J-Dog, I'm pulling the undergravel filter pipes out of my tank and making the bases into aquatic plant pots. Clever idea. Now, what J-Dog has had undergravel filters, so he's pulling out the pipes, the stand pipes and the undergravel filters, and putting 2 inches of sand on the top. And then he's replacing the pipes with sponge filters. So it's going to be pretty nice. And he's got he's got tanks loaded with Christmas balls. It's just gorgeous. Really, really nice. Xanadu. Hello, Xanadu. How are you? Nice to see you, Xanadu. Yes, it is a nice way to start the week. I enjoy starting the week with you all. Xanadu. Good morning, Mainsail Fern Fins. Nice to see you, Jess. Good to have you here. Zachary Redgrave. Hello, hello. Yes, you made it. Nice to have you with us. Plant Life Project. Hello, Plant Life Project. Brad Hobbies. Brad, good morning, Brad. Brad's coming over from our Discord channel. He's real active with Discord. Naresh, I think you're here. I need you to do something for me. I need you to get to every month get a current invitation for Discord and post it on the community link on the Fatherfish YouTube homepage. There's a link there now that doesn't work. It needs to be replaced with the link that works. If you could do that and then just keep up with it month to month, so we have a current welcoming invitation link to Discord. I think we can overcome a lot of the problems we're having with people trying to get in. What else is here? Down at the bottom. We're good that the shot by us to get some sponges. Shot by us to go. Timidly, I'm getting sponges today. Listen, I have a bag full of used sponges. A bag full of them. I must have 100 of them. And I need to do something with them. And I'm happy to sell them. They're dried out. I can put them in bags and ship them out. The problem is the shipping's going to run about $10. So you don't want to buy just one. And I don't know how many I can put in a bag. This might be a problem. I might not really be able to do this and make it affordable. I can ship them ground. That would be all right. That'd be cheaper. I don't know how much. I could get at least four, maybe 6 sponges in a styrofoam box, a larger styrofoam box. I can ship the box for probably $15. And if I get 6 of them in there, how about $50? For $50, I will send you 6 used, which makes them better, sponge filters in a large styrofoam box, shipping ground. If you want to buy them, send me an email. You can get the email off of fatherfishaquarium.net. Send me an email and we'll set it up. You can send the money through PayPal. Just put $50 in PayPal with a note as to what you want, your address, and I'll be happy to do that. Help me get rid of some of this bag of sponge filters I've got. And that's a good deal. They're about $5 a piece. Normally brand new, they're $15 to $20. And these will all be in perfect working order. They will not have the plastic standpipe. You have to fabricate that if that's something that you want. Craig Doniger. Craig's Catfish gave my ram's bread today. Well, all right. Good luck with that. I hope you're able to keep them going. Now, you want to leave them in there with the eggs. Let them hatch them out. And then as soon as those babies start swimming, as soon as they get up off the bottom, then you either want to pull the parents or pull the babies. Because by day 2, they're going to eat all the babies. So once the babies are up and swimming, leave them in there until they are. They're real good parents until they get them up swimming. Then once they do, they chase them off because they're ready to spawn again. And they actually, in a little tank, will eat them. So you want to get those babies out of there just as soon as they're free swimming, and then start feeding them micro worm or vinegar eel, something like that, paramecium, a little tiny rotifer, anything like that will be perfect for them. And they'll jump right up. They'll do real well. Whip's World. Hello, Whip's World. Will there be any benefit to, when setting up the Food Web Natural Tank you promote, utilizing an undergravel filter system to assist in pulling the waste down through the sand and dirt? Absolutely no. No, there is no benefit to it. In fact, it is counterintuitive. It works against what you're trying to achieve. The whole idea of the deep substrate is to prevent substantial water flow washing through the whole thing, because it pulls oxygen into the base. It oxygenates what needs to be anaerobic, and it pulls all that dirt and all that detritus right through it and out into the tank. You want to keep the dirt and the detritus and all the other gunk down in there where it belongs, so the roots can take up the nutrition. So no, do not do that. If you have an undergravel filter, we're just talking about this with J-Dog. If you've got an undergravel filter with gravel on the top, put 2 inches of sand on top of that gravel. Pull those pipes out. Those standpipes, just pull them out and load it up. Put 2 inches of sand on there, plant your plants, and keep going forward. You'll do just fine. Thank you for that, Whip's World. Paul C. Hello, Paul C. Craig Doniger. Going to make you a moderator. Craig, turn you blue here. Now, you see some people are green and some are blue. The people who are green are actual members of the Father Fish channel. So they get to be green, and they get a special logo at their end of their name. So if that's something that means something to you, we'll be happy to do that. We are going to be setting up a tip jar. This is something that Lucas has started doing, and it really makes good sense for us because YouTube takes such a huge chunk out of anything that's donated to us that we look for ways to circumvent that. So we're going to have a tip jar on the website, fatherfishaquarium.net. We'll have a tip jar, and we're going to find ways to acknowledge your gift if we're on live stream when you make it, and we're going to make it something real nice for you. We just haven't figured out how to do it yet, but we're going to do it. Craig Doniger, Craig's Catfish Cave, nice to see you. Was that who I was just talking about who said they're Rams, Brett? Is that right? Lord, I'm losing track of what I'm doing. Well, that ain't nothing new, is it? Craig's got, let's see now. Head moderator, yes, it is. We talked about that. Well, all right. You just didn't turn blue yet. David Fellows, goodness sakes, David, nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Herp Diversity. Timberlake Homestead. You made it, yeah, you did. Nice to see you. Patricia Powers says, Discord has been invaluable to me. The support I have received is immeasurable. I know it, it's true. I'll tell you what. We got a gang of people over there who are chomping at the bit to help people. And they do a magnificent job. It's very orderly, it's very disciplined, and it's very effective. And it goes all the way up the line. If you need really serious medical help for your fish, we can provide that. We have a veterinarian who is on call to us, who will come in and help resolve your issues. Everything between that and the pH of your tank. So come on over and be a part of this wonderful adventure on Discord. We're having a great time over there. Everybody's enjoying it. You will too. 24/7 chat. How can you beat that? down at the bottom here. What was that? Tim's and Liam's just gave us a $10 super sticker. Tim's and here it is right there. Thank you so much. Tim's and Liam's Fish and Turtles. $10 with a cheerleader. Well, bravo. Thank you very, very much. Delightful. Blue is a good color, Tim says. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Roman. That's why PayPal is a good way to help out. Indeed, it is. PayPal takes what? 1%? 1%. PayPal, huh? I don't even want to talk about it. Never mind. Damn Shepherd, still blue. What? Why are you still blue? What are we talking about? Are you signed up and not turned green? I will check on it then. I just don't want to have my little girls in tears over such matters. That just wouldn't be nice at all. Shawans. Hello, do you know tropical fish keepers of Southwest Florida? Tropical fish keepers. Probably, but I can't place them. David Fellows, I've used their rice idea for the microworm culture. It's gone mad and to no smell. So thank you and Joey for this useful information. It is wonderful. Here's what David's talking about. If you haven't seen this, this is my microworm culture. This is 3 months old. 3 months old. Now it gets a little watery on top, so I put a little yeast or a little oatmeal on top to absorb it all, and it just goes and goes and goes. I don't think it's down half an inch, maybe half an inch from what I set it up. I didn't set it up all the way to the ring here. It was a bit below that when I created it, so it's not gone down very much. I really haven't put a lot of worms out of it. I do it every day, but I don't dig down into it. And they come up, but they get kind of scared. I think keeping them in the sun keeps them down a little low. I may want to move this and put it in a darker place, see if they'll come up higher, which will make it easier to collect them. So let's set it here on the desk and find a better place to put it where it ain't going to fall over. So the whole idea is to have a deep, we talk about deep substrate, works for worms too. Deep substrate in your microworm culture. And you will never have to throw it away because it ain't going to rot out. You did that little skinny one, half an inch of media in there and put your worms in. A week later, the whole thing's rotten. You got to throw it out and start over. I started this 3 months ago. The only thing I've done when it got a little watery was add a little yeast or add a little oatmeal to it, thicken it right back up again, and kept on going. And it does just fine. How warm do I like to keep bettas? I like to keep bettas above 80. I don't think they do real well below 80. Now, they'll be fine. You can do it. What you don't want is a sudden temperature change. And that's one of the problems with keeping them in very small containers because the temperature of that water can change very quickly. So unless you've got 100 bettas that you absolutely have got to keep in jars, keep them in tanks. You can keep them in colonies in tanks. I've got, I don't know if I can see them right now. I got 2 or 3 in my tank over here. I don't see one of them. They do all right. It's not terrific. They do all right. Females do fine. You put a couple of males together, they squabble a little bit, but if you got females in there with them, that distracts them. Every time they start to flare up, a female comes over, oh, boys. And they go, whoa, girls. And they get distracted and run off. It's amazing how that works. It's just amazing. Tam Shepherd is still blue. we will check into this, Dan. I'm very unsettled. Greg Doniger, Greg Catfish, Mary Page. Hey, Mary Page, nice to see you. Had a lot of fun last night. That was really neat. And let me remind everyone, Wednesday is T-Bone's birthday. So I'm hoping he's going to be able to be here. We're going to have a birthday party on Wednesday for T-Bone because he's in lockdown. And he's feeling like there's going to be an opportunity for him to have a birthday party. He's going to be 50. So T-Bone, we're looking forward to it. Paul C., Jimmy P., I just got an email. Your mug is on the way to me. You bet, Jimmy. Happy to send it. I hope you enjoy it. Once you get it, come on up and show us. Be happy to have you. On mobile this morning also, Tim Shepard said, J-Dog, doesn't work like that with teenage males, though. Yeah, actually it does. It's amazing. You get 2 males in a tank, male betters. 2 males in a tank, and you got females in there with them. You need 3 or 4 females. The minute those 2 males start flaring against each other, females come running over to see what's going on. They all of a sudden are seeing all those testosterone hormones, and they come running. And the males go up and get totally distracted right away. Go following the females. So it does work. It ain't foolproof, but it works. Who else is there? Patricia Power says Mary Page has that awesome accent. Yeah, those Southern belles. I went to college in Kentucky. A lot of Southern belles down there. Fell in love with Southern belles. Oh my, makes my heart throb thinking about it. J-Dog was saying I meant teenage human males. Well, I don't know. I think it probably works too. You get two teenage dudes squaring off against each other, and the girls come around. Oh, boys, don't fight. Oh, boys, don't fight. Come over here. They'll be totally distracted. Instantly distracted. No question about it. Glory! What's the oldest fish I have? Gee whiz. Right now, probably this siren. Where'd he go? May not be able to see him very well. This is about a 2-foot siren. The siren is a salamander. It's a Florida native salamander. Move. Florida native, he's not moving much. Florida native salamander. He's about 20 years old, so that's probably the oldest fish I've got. Here and now. On TV and laptop. Tim and Liam says TV and laptop. Well, I'm on laptop and whatever it is, computer and laptop and telephone. My TV's on the fritz. David Fellows. Who else? What else we got here? Chris Trapp. What percentage of fish sold in America are grown in Florida versus Asia? Really good question. What percentage of fish, Chris Trapp says, sold in America are grown in Florida versus Asia? It used to be 75% Florida, 25% import. That was true up until 2000. And then it began to change and change dramatically. Now it's flipped. 75% import, not only from Asia, but also from South America and from Europe. Israel has a big business, a big industry. Poland has a big industry. Czechoslovakia have big industries. Of course, China does, and the whole Pacific Rim. So it's changed quite a lot. And the fish farming industry has changed in Florida as well. All of the old timers are pretty much gone. There are a few left, but really not many. Used to be hundreds. Now it's maybe a dozen. The rest of the farms, many of the farms have started growing housing developments. The ones that are still around are renting out their ponds at $10 a month or $10 a year a month, I guess. You can rent a Florida pond for $10 a month. 100 of them for $1,000. $1,000 a month for 100 ponds, and you can make, boy, on paper it's so exciting. You can make $5,000 a month on that. $5,000 a month on one of those ponds. $5,000, 1,000. That's $5 million. If I do half of that, I'll be rich. If I do 10% of that, I'll be rich. I know, it's true. And you get in there and you put fish in the pond and you start pulling them out. And the first year you got nothing. And the second year you got maybe 100, 200. And by the third year you're gone. It didn't work. And you really can't figure out why it didn't work. You're just fighting an uphill battle all the way. Biggest problem is the fish in Florida. It's kind of interesting, something people don't know. I get questions. I got one the other day. Somebody said, why in the world should we put all of this stuff out of nature into our tanks when these tanks are filled with fish that are all hobby fish? They're all fish that have been developed in very pristine conditions. Listen, I've been there. I've seen it. I know the conditions these fish are raised in. They're raised in dirt ponds outdoors. They're raised in effect in the wild. These fish that are raised in farms, there are a few very pristine farms. There are a few. They are few and far between. The primary ones, this is curious, are what I mentioned before, Poland and Czechoslovakia. They're raising their fish in greenhouses. So they're very climate controlled, environmentally controlled. Other than those, which are very expensive fish, redfish, bluefish out in Seattle carries them almost exclusively. Magnificent fish, spectacular fish. If you haven't seen him, he does a live of his shop every Saturday morning, redfish, bluefish. That's Saturday morning here, our time. Might be whatever, it's different time for others. I don't know what time it is on the West Coast. Early, I guess, probably 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. He does an hour live stream and then he's open for business. But beautiful fish and a lot of rather spectacular hybrid fish that are not available anywhere else. They're doing a very sophisticated operation. That ain't the norm. The norm is dirted ponds, whether it's in the Pacific Rim, in China, in South America, or here in Florida. Dirted ponds, that's how they're raised. With all the bugs, all the snakes, all the frogs, all the turtles, all the dragonfly larvae, all the stuff that's out in the wild is right there. So don't give me any of this stuff about how your fish are pristine. They ain't. They've been living in the wild. And a lot of them are wild caught. There are a lot of fish wild caught. The entire Payaba industry is based on wild caught fish. I'm going to say that again. The entire Payaba industry is based on wild caught fish and being able to do it in a way that perpetuates and continues and supports that fishery. You're buying wild caught fish that have been living in the wild, and they're bringing them into our tanks. Now, what do you think those fish are looking for? You think they're looking for a pristine condition? No, They're looking for live food, and you're not giving them live food, are you? You're getting them flakes. You're getting them pellets. You're getting them something frozen or something dried out. That ain't live food. That ain't what they're used to eating. And I'll tell you one more thing. It fouls the tank, and it makes the fish sick. It fouls the tank, and it makes the fish sick. It is not normal. It is not normal. I'm sorry. It just is not. It's not normal. It's not healthy. It's not an appropriate way to treat wild animals. It's not an appropriate way to treat wild animals. Friends I was just talking about who own the Catoctin Zoo up in Maryland, they, along with virtually every other zoological park for the last 25 years minimum, have been working very hard to create natural environments for their animals. Why aren't we doing that with our fish? Why not? Now, I'm not talking about an artistic piece that looks very natural and ain't nothing natural about it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about natural tanks. I'm talking about tanks where nature is naturating. I'm talking about tanks that are growing the kind of food in them that baby fish and little fish are looking for to eat all the time. Is your tank doing that? Are you growing microfauna in your tank sufficient to meet the needs of your fish? You can do it, you know. You really can do it. That's what we're all about with the dirted and the leafed tank. We're all about creating a food web that provides a balanced environment where these fish can live in a very natural and a very normal and a very healthy and a very coherent way with their environment. That's what that isn't that the ultimate of fish keeping? Isn't that the highest goal to which we ought to be ascribing? Let me put it to you this way. The most advanced people in the hobby are not the ones who are breeding fish. That has been historically the notion of what advanced means. It's not what it means. We're changing that. We're changing that to the most advanced hobbyists have tanks, aquariums that have a food web built into them, that have an environment that is so natural that it provides for all of the animals and all of the plants that are living in it, such that your involvement is minimal. You don't throw food into it every day. You don't do water changes every week. You watch it, you study it, and you learn about it, and you encourage it, and you know what to do when it needs to be done because you see the changes. And you see the changes because you're paying attention, because you're noticing what's going on. You're studying, you're learning, you're growing with a growing environment. Isn't that really what this ought to be all about? All about. So I give it to you. If you want to learn how to do this, follow the videos. We're posting videos routinely, but come on over to Discord. Naresh is going to be posting a link on our YouTube homepage under the community tab. Now, the tab that's there now is no good. We need one that has an invitation. He's going to get it up. He probably has done it already. He is Johnny on the spot when it comes to getting things done. So thank you, Naresh. As soon as he gets that up there, get over there, click on that link, get over to Discord, and join in the conversation. You will love it. We've got over 400 people signed up to our Discord channel. It's probably the nicest thing that's happening on the web for fish keepers who really are excited about talking about fish. Come on over and join us. You'll get a lot of information. You'll be able to participate in a lot of really fun and interesting and even scientific activities. And if you've got an ability to understand how to deal with certain kinds of problems, there's a place for you there too, to help folks who are coming in who need help. Chris Trapp. I think they promote Piaba to encourage fish farming over palm farming, thus reducing the shade cover and global warming. Well, you got your finger on the button there, Chris. The reality is that promoting Piaba is supporting the people who are living on the rivers, who are earning income from that, and who are protecting their environment in order to be able to keep that fishery going. And that's really what's happening. They're keeping industry out in order to be able to protect and keep the health of the aquatic environment where they catch their fish. And it works. It's working amazingly well. It has motivated and encouraged an entire population of very poor people living in very poor parts of the world, particularly down on the Amazon, to take care of and protect their environment because it is the source of their income. It is what feeds their babies. And we've got a lot of support for them. We want to provide support for them. And we want to teach people how to do that Piaba aquarium. That's the goal here, for you to have a Piaba aquarium, for you to have an aquarium that is a living environment. Now, there's an easy way to start. We started this, when was it? Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday. We encourage people to go out to the local pond, ditch, river, creek, stream, and pick up with their bare hand, pick up a handful of mud and dirt and leaves, and get a jar and pour some water in it, dip some water in it, throw that mud in there and bring it back home, set it on the windowsill. Leave it there for 30 days. You ain't allowed to touch it for 30 days. And you're going to find it's the most exciting thing you've ever done in keeping water in tanks. Because there's going to be so much life growing in that. So much bursting forth. Now, the next step is to pour that into your tank. That's right. Pour all that gunk and dirt and filth and rotten nastiness right in your fish tank. Bring all that life into it. Increasing biodiversity decreases the potential for sickness. Let me say that again. Increasing biodiversity decreases the potential for problems, for sickness, for illness, for parasites, for disease. Increasing biodiversity decreases the incidence of disease. The more you have living in the tank, the more likelihood is it will overcome the bad guys. A lot of good overcomes the bad, prevents them from being able to even gain a foothold. But if you haven't got much going on in there, something bad comes in, oh boy, it's going to flourish. But if you got a lot of life in there, a diversity of life, it'll maintain in a very healthy environment, maintain a strong, positive environment that'll keep the bad guys at bay. At bay. Chris posted the link for Project Piaba. Thank you, Chris. Alrighty, what time is it here? We got 10 minutes. Big City Bettas. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're all excited about you coming down here to Florida, Big City. All excited about it. Going to be in Jacksonville. I love it in Jacksonville. I don't get up there very often. It's about a 4-hour drive for me. And I don't do long hauls much anymore. But once you get down here, I will come up to visit for sure. Robert Swain. Robert says, inspired to do a Stephen Donziger bio. That would translate as Ecuadorian. Don't know Stephen Donziger. Post a link so I can see what we're talking about. Now, keep in mind here, we're not talking about something that looks like a natural tank. You know what I mean? There are people saying, oh, we got natural tanks. And no, you don't. You don't have a natural tank at all. You got a tank that looks like it's a natural tank. That actually looks very pretty. It really looks quite nice. And I love it. It's beautiful. But it's a piece of art. It is a piece of art. It is not a piece of nature. There is a difference. And y'all know what I mean. There is a difference. You try to create something that looks pretty. You try to create something that is pretty, that grows and is beautiful because it grows and it's alive and is thriving. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want to be able to create. That is the height of the hobby. There is nothing more, nothing superior to that. Nothing you can do that is more advanced than that. And all these people who are keeping these huge collections of magnificent fish and changing filters and changing water and keeping it going, they're like, wow. They're like hamsters running on a treadmill, trying to keep up with all this stuff to keep it right and keep it healthy. Oh, please, give me a break. I'm 80 years old. I can't do all that. And I love my fish. So what do? I keep them in a natural environment where they can live and thrive and be happy. Mermaid's Course. I'm so late, but good day all. I hope you're doing well. Well, you too, Mermaid's Course. Nice to have you with us. We got a few minutes left here. Robert Swain just posted Don Singer's website. How to get over to this and see what it is. Let's take a look. See what it's talking about here. What is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. That don't look right. Reuters, lawyer who sued Chevron over Ecuador pollution, found guilty of contempt. Well, I don't know about that. That's a little deeper than I'm ready to go right now. I will follow up a Reuters listing. Greetings, fishy friend, from Tim Lotacure. Cure, that's hard. C-E-U-R. Cure. Lotacure. Nice to meet you, Ken. Where'd he go? Tim. Sorry. Nice to have you with us, Tim. Greetings to you. Misfit. Hey, Misfit. Vanoksky is here. Good morning, Vanoksky. Brian Go. Hey, Brian. Got to clip the info about the biodiversity, keeping out the bad guys. That's right. We'll try to do that as a separate clip. Let's see if you can do something with that in the rest. See if we can get that was a pretty good rant there. See if we can get that separated out. We'll try to do that as a unique video. That whole rant about biodiversity. If we can get about 10 minutes, might have been 10 minutes there. Do you believe in quarantining fish bought at the LFS? Well, I'll tell you what. I have had an LFS, and I didn't quarantine fish at the LFS. Now, having said that, in truth, if fish needed to be quarantined, it got quarantined. I had my system set up so I could quarantine any single tank in the entire system and separate it rigidly, absolutely, from every other tank. That's just the way I had my plumbing set up. So if something showed up that was a problem, I could keep that separated out, and I did. I did that whenever it happened. It did not happen very often. It did not. It was pretty uncommon. Now, there were certain species that needed special care, the worst of which, hands down, were neons. Neons and cardinals. My God. Hardest fish in the world to keep alive. And guppies. Neons and guppies. They were tough. So I really did have to quarantine them. That is to say, I had to keep them separate from anything else. And I kept them in planted, healthy, balanced environments. I didn't throw them in a bare tank with a lot of chemicals in it. I didn't do that. That's where they've been for the last month or two of their lives. My God, give them a break. Get them in something healthy. Get them in something where they can take a breath and eat something that's normal and get back to being a real healthy fish again. If they got a disease, help them deal with it. But don't keep throwing chemicals at your fish. It's not helping them, it's weakening them. It's making them weaker and weaker and weaker. Don't do it. You don't need to do it. There are plenty of other ways to deal with these problems. Come on our Discord. We're talking about it all the time there and helping people deal with it all the time. All righty. Let's see. Where are we? Don Singer, Robert Swain, Corinne, good morning, Tim. Are you a strong believer in quarantining fish? We just said that. Thank you, Patricia. Very important. Should I quarantine a fish bought at my LFS? Not if you trust the store. I mean, you don't want to buy a sick fish anyway. And if they're selling you sick fish, you really don't want to buy from them. So I would say if you're buying fish from an LFS and you know what you're doing, you've got a healthy tank here. You got a healthy environment that's keeping fish healthy, that's looking good, and you got this brand new fish and he's looking good. Put him in it. Put him in it. If he starts to struggle, move him to something else. Move him to a jar if you need to. But he's going to be happy in there. He's going to have a home there. He's going to be comfortable. He's going to be healthy. He's going to find food. He's going to be, got over that. Finally got back home. Goodness sakes. I've been gone for a while here. I'm sorry. I've been looking at my screen. What in the world? Oh, yeah, we were over there. I'm sorry. Let's see. Tim and Liam are leaving. We're going to be leaving here pretty quick. Thank you for Tim and Liam. Delighted to have you here. Thank you so much for your super chat, for your support, and bless you on your way. Robert Swain, Chris Trapp, yes, on Pieva, places like Colombia are the most dangerous places on earth to protect water, I dare say. Chris Trapp said you can also do a fish bath, rinse them in dechlorinated water. LRB does that, and that's a good thing to do. That certainly helps. Set them up in just some bare water for a day or two, keep an eye on them. You can do that. And then move them into your tank. But by and large, if you're getting fish from an LFS and you trust that LFS and you've looked at those fish carefully. Now, if you're brand new and you don't know what you're doing, So, yeah, maybe you want to keep that fish. Here's the problem. You keep that fish in a bare tank and throw some chemicals in it, and he's going to go right down the hill. He's going to go straight down the hill. It's going to weaken him. If he's got a condition, it's going to make it worse, and he's going to just hit the skids. You want to get him going up, not going down. And the way to do that is to get him in a healthy environment as quickly as possible. I know that runs counter to popular wisdom and everything everybody's ever told you. But I don't much believe in everything everybody's ever told me. And I've found, by and large, they're wrong. By and large. Because by and large, people say things that they really don't know anything about. They just say it because they want to look smart. And it makes them look dumb once you figure out what the truth is. And there's an awful lot of that going around, isn't there? An awful lot of that going around. All right, we're down to it here. We're going to shut this show down because I need to go pick up Frank. We're going down south. We're going collecting today. That'll be great fun. Try to get some plants and some fish. Does dead plant matter count as leaf litter? Yes, it does, Crusader. It absolutely does. Leave your dead plant matter in there. And if a fish dies, what do? Push it down in the sand. Do you know any fish you can put in a tank with bluegill? Well, another bluegill. A bass. Anything big enough that it's going to provide a challenge rather than a meal. Tam shepherd, I only have nearite snails in my tanks. Considering some rabbit snails, could you talk about the difference in care and behaviors? No, I really can't. There is a possibility of being able to breed rabbit snails. You're not going to breed neots. Oh, you'll breed them, but the eggs won't hatch. They'll just stay unhatched forever. Show you what I'm looking about. I'm looking right here. You know what that is right there? Those little white spots. See that? Those are nearite eggs, and they ain't never going to hatch because this water is not near hard enough for them to be able to. It's a brackish water snail. Some people get upset about these. They don't much bother me one way or the other. But rabbit snails, on the other hand, I have not bred them. I do have friends who have bred them. I'm just not a big snail breeder. There's some pretty good snail people. If you go over to Roxy's channel, somebody posts her link. She's all about snails and is a genius at snails and is working with some other people who are just really excellent with snails. They got tanks full of snails. Looks crazy to me. Whip swirl. Never used meds in 40 years. I'm not saying that was the right call every time, but for the most part, I've had pretty good luck. The only chem I use is Prime after a water change. Yeah, and if you do sodium thiosulfate, you can do away with the Prime. Vitamin C for that matter, but sodium thiosulfate's easy and cheap to get. And Chris Trapp says it's good to think for yourself. Amen, Chris. Amen to that. All right, we're going to play a little tune here. I have up one of my all-time favorites. It is by Naresh, Karina Naresh, Memories, showing hundreds and hundreds of pictures taken at Father Fish Aquarium. Enjoy. As we post your links, leaving for the day, delighted to be with you. It's been a joy and a thrill, and we love you all. And we're so happy to be able to be here. Be back on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. We're going to have a birthday party for T-Bone. Hope he's able to make it. Wednesday morning, see you then. We'll have some videos up in the meantime. God bless you all. Delighted to be with you. That's my mom. Come on over to Main Tails Fern Fins. Get your link up there, Jess. Somebody post Roxy's link, please. Post Roxy's link.